Dear students, hope you are doing fine. I am also fine. Today I am EBNUL HOSSAIN, assistant teacher in English at HOSSAIN School and College BOGURA with the students of class 7. And our today's class will be held on English second paper. And our today's topic is capitalization and punctuation. And this is the part 3 of capitalization and punctuation. Because you know that we already discussed the part 1 and part 2 in the previous class. And in the previous class we discussed about capitalization, about some punctuation marks, and we also learned the basic rules of capitalization, or when to use capital letters in the part 1 of capitalization and punctuation. And in part 2 we learned some rules of using some different punctuation marks, and we also learned use of apostrophe, use of full stop or period, use of exclamation mark, use of question mark, and use of the comma. And in today's class, that is the part 3 of capitalization and punctuation, we will discuss some more punctuations. Okay, so started punctuation. At first, we are going to discuss about semicolon. Colon. Colon is used to show the reader that a list or an explanation follows. We can say that when to use the punctuation mark colon. The symbol of the colon, this is colon. We can say that colon is used to show the reader that a list or explanation follows. When we would like to express some ideas or some list or some explanation that follows in the later part of the sentence, then we can use the colon. Let's have an example. I bought some stationery items. Here colon is used the items which are a pen, a pencil, a storybook, and a whiteboard marker. Here, notice the sentence that I bought some stationery items. But here, the question arises, which stationery items? The items are explained by using the punctuation mark colon. The items are a pen, a pencil, a storybook, and a whiteboard marker. So this is the main uses of colon. There is another use, of course, the colon. So, a colon is used to introduce the direct code. Direct code. We can say that a colon is used to introduce or direct code. That means to introduce or to state the exact words of the speaker. So in this case, comma is also used to introduce the direct code. Let's have an example, then you will be clear. He said the weather is very rough or foul today. So we can see that here is the direct code. The weather is very rough today, but here the colon is used to introduce this direct code, and you should know that in these cases or in this situation, comma can also be used to introduce the direct code. So these are the two major uses of colon. The one uses is that to show the reader that a list or explanation follows. Then another use, a colon is used to introduce the direct code. These are the major use of colon. Now we are going to learn about semicolon. Semicolon. A semicolon is used to separate two independent clauses, both of the clauses short. And they expressed usually very similar meaning. Very similar meaning. So this is the very important use of the punctuation mark semicolon, and we can see that a semicolon is used to separate two independent clauses, and you should bear in mind, or you should remember, that these two clauses usually express the very similar meaning. One or both of the clauses are short. So let's have an example. He loves reading he doesn't get enough of school. So we can see that there are two clauses, and these two clauses are separated by the punctuation mark semicolon, and these two clauses expresses a very similar meaning. So this is the main uses or main use of the punctuation mark semicolon. So now we are going to learn another punctuation mark, and it is very important punctuation mark, that is the inverted comma or quotation mark. Quotation mark. Double and single. Here, notice and look at the board carefully, that quotation mark, and we can see that there are two types of quotation marks. That one is double quotation marks, and the other is single quotation mark. So we are going to learn this very important punctuation quotation mark. Quotation mark quotation marks are used to express the exact words of the speaker. When we want to describe or we want to state somebody else's words exactly, then we can use or we use the quotation mark. and we may also use double quotation marks and also the single quotation mark. So we can see that the quotation marks are used to express the exact words of the speakers. That means the words which the speaker states exactly. Let's have an example. He said to me, you are very meritorious. So we can see that this is the words of the speaker, and these words are expressed by the use of the quotation mark. This is the quotation mark here. This is also the quotation mark. So this is the use of quotation mark. We may also use the quotation mark when we refer or when we cite some name of important books, such as Gulliver's Travels, is a famous book. So here the name of the book is within the quotation mark, and here we use the single quotation mark. So this is the use of quotation mark, or when to use the quotation mark. So now we are going to switch the another punctuation mark. Dash. A dash is used to express the sudden change of the meaning of the sentence. So here look at the board that a dash is used to express the sudden change of the meaning of the sentence. It sometimes it seems that when we talk about something, then it needs that sudden change of some sentences is needed here. So when we express the sudden change of the meaning of the previous sentences, then we can use the dash. Let's have an example. If I had used money, if I had used money, this is a sentence. If I had used money, but when we want to change, or we want to express the sudden change of this meaning or view of the sentences, then we can use the dash. Here we can use dash. Of course, I should not talk about money at this moment. So we can see that there are two sentences here, but after the first sentences we show the sudden change of the meaning of the previous sentences, and that's why we use the punctuation mark dash. So we learn some major punctuation marks in the part 3. We already learned the punctuation marks, very important for you. So I think this class will also be helpful, and you will practice this punctuation marks and again, then you will be habituated to put the exact punctuation marks where it is necessary. So stay home, stay blessed, and stay safe. Thank you all. See you again in the next.